What is up, world? Welcome to the Bartley Broadcast YouTube channel. This is my show, Comic Hero Talk, where I talk about superhero stuff that can be comics, movies, TV shows, anything of that nature in the world of comic book properties and superheroes. And this is my review of Harley Quinn episode 9. It airs on the DC Universe app. And I just recently got this app, and I just recently started watching Harley Quinn. You can watch my thoughts on the first 8 episodes on my last show on the YouTube channel, but from now on, I'm going to review the rest of the season episode by episode. And I just watched episode 9 of Harley Quinn, and I freaking loved it. It's hard to say because I watched the other episodes back to back to back. I binged the rest of the other episodes, right? And I watched this one, waited a week to watch it, watched it by itself. But this might be the best episode of Harley Quinn yet. Just because it has all the same hilariousness to it. It has the same character interactions and dialogue that I love. But there's also a lot of depth to it because we know that Harley is going to keep going back to Joker. And we know that he's the one person, maybe other than Ivy, who can always find his way back into her heart. And once she joins the Legion of Doom and she's there, see, the Joker is a mastermind, and we know this. He's planting these seeds to get back on her, to get her back on his good side, or get her, yeah, you know what I mean. And so he starts saying these things, complimenting her, acting like he's genuinely happy for her to be in the Legion of Doom. And there's some really great moments there where she shows her vulnerability, and she's such a strong character that when she shows her vulnerability, it really sticks out, and we know the Joker is the one who kind of brings that out of her. So I really loved seeing that develop, and then when he kind of finally gets her to just hang out with him, it didn't take much for her to just fall back into his arms, and that's nothing wrong with her. Like, that's the love of her life. So, we've all been there where you can't not fall back for the love of your life. So I thought that was handled very, very well. And the way they set it all up, how they're hanging out on a boat, and Batman shows up to try and catch them again, and he says, I can never leave you, or something like that. Or he says, I want to take you, so come on. But in between that, they pause and they flash back to the first episode where he did leave her, and where she first kind of realized that she could be without him, But we see that, and he actually takes her with him this time. And I was like, wow. So maybe we're going to see Harley and Joker together for the rest of this series, or the rest of this season. And I was like, okay, she's back with him. But then he pulls a fast one on her. He pulls a fast one on us again. And he throws her out of the helicopter, and that scene where she's falling and she's flashing back to everything was amazing. And Batman kind of just slows down her fall a little bit, and then she jumps off back into the ocean, which was all good. But just that whole character development of Harley throughout the whole episode and leading up to this episode was handled so very well. And I loved that. And I loved her interactions with Ivy once again when they sit down, and some great, great dialogue between those two. That was fantastic. And how Poison Ivy's relying on her to help her and be there for her. So I just thought that was another angle that they handled super well, and how Harley kind of ditches her to hang out with him. And that the thing is, what they've done with this is that they made this relationship with Harley and Ivy and Harley and Joker very relatable, because a lot of people have been there where they're trying to separate themselves from an ex-partner, but it's not as easy as it seems. And maybe they have plans to hang out with their friends that night, but instead of doing that, they get sucked back into hanging out with their ex-partner. And those type of things are what's relatable about this show. And I just think that's really cool that they incorporate those things. And of course it has the gore and I don't think there was much gore in this episode though, but it just has the cursing. There were some great lines by Ivy and Harley Quinn in this episode, and I just freaking loved it again. And I don't really have any flaws with this episode. I had some flaws with some of the episodes in the season for sure, but I just thought this episode was handled very, very well. Left us with a little cliffhanger. Ivy goes on that mission alone to do some type of mission that's going to help plants, and she kind of gets captured. And there's no other plants around. We saw that green liquid destroying the plant life, and then so she doesn't. Though that's her weapon. That's what makes her so powerful. If she doesn't have that, what is she gonna do? And I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna see. I haven't watched the trailer for the next episode, but I'm assuming we're gonna see Harley go save Ivy at some point, or maybe Joker's behind all this again. That would make a lot of sense. So I'm just again enthralled in this world, enthralled with this character of Harley Quinn, and just loving this show so very much. I cannot recommend it enough, to be honest. It is freaking-tastic, and like I said last time, so much so that I just had to do reviews on it. I was getting ready to rev up this YouTube channel again, and this Harley Quinn show just came to me, and I'm like, I have to talk about this show because I am a huge Harley Quinn fan. If you didn't know that, check out my Suicide Squad t-shirt. Love this shirt. And I can't wait for Birds of Prey just because of the Harley Quinn character. So I'm just so happy about this because, I always thought that a Harley Quinn TV show would work very well. And when I was imagining that in my head, I was imagining live action. And if it was live action, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be like this if it wasn't live action. I'll just tell you that. We wouldn't be seeing Batman all the time. We wouldn't see every DC villain. We wouldn't be seeing Joker as much or Lex Luthor as much. Maybe they'll pop in here and there, but it wouldn't be this Legion of Doom whole thing. It would be more about her and her close relationships with the people that she cares about, kind of like just her regular crew, with Clayface and Dr. Psycho and King Shark and Ivy. It would be more of that stuff. And I always imagined that just a TV show of Harley Quinn would work very well. And I knew this TV show was coming, but I don't know why I dismissed it. Of course I wanted to watch it, but I wasn't having the strong desire to. And I'm just so glad I finally did, because it is one of my favorite things to watch right now. I'm looking forward to it weekly, and I love, even though, of course, I would love to binge watch the rest of the season, I love that it's a weekly because I'm thinking about it all week. Can't wait for the next episode of Harley Quinn, and then I get to dive into each episode one by one. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Harley Quinn episode 9. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Again, I'm Jacob Bartley. I don't think I said that at the beginning of the show, but I am Jacob Bartley, and this is the Bartley Broadcast YouTube channel. If you like all things movies, if you like TV shows, if you like comics, if you like Harley Quinn, subscribe to this YouTube channel because I'll be talking a lot about all of it. Still working on the setup here, trying something new out, but stay tuned and I will have all that stuff figured out. Please subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. And comment and let me know what you thought of this episode, what you thought of my review, and what your speculations are going forward for the rest of the season. I would really appreciate it. Talk to y'all next time.